Boy, we've seen this song and dance before, haven't we, Vikings fans? Oh boy, welcome to a Drunk Thoughts with Jacob. First half, preseason week 1. Oh boy, where do I begin with this team? 26-6 Denver at half of preseason week 1, which, again, preseason week 1, it is what it is. Thankfully, it's preseason week 1 and not regular season week 1. But holy crap! Wow. I mean, oh boy. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and kind of dive into the first half so far. But so far, Jake Browning, I mean, his training camp success and stuff like that really hasn't translated into preseason success, but it is what it is, though. I mean, I really can't fault him too much there, but KJ Hamler against our second string defense. Oh, wow. I mean, good God. Oh, man. As I've said before, this looks way too familiar, doesn't it, Vikings fans? Oh, man. However, though, I will say, though, Kellen Mond has looked pretty good so far. Jake Browning has looked like, well, the third-string quarterback at this point. Granted, I will say, though, a lot of these guys are our second string going up against a lot of the Broncos' first string, but, oh, man, like I say, after what we saw last year, again, thank God preseason is back this year. That's all I'm going to say about that. But still, like, woof. Just woof. Woof. Because, well, Browning didn't look good. Dakota Dozier should be cut tomorrow. Or if not, later during the third quarter or fourth quarter of this game. I mean, good God, Dozier. I mean, I knew you weren't good, but for crying out loud, you gave up that safety, and then KJ Hamler with Drew Lock just came right down the fucking field. I mean, good God. But anyway, like I said before, this is only preseason game 1. Mond is looking like the backup we thought he would be. And A.J. Rose Jr., I mean, so far he's looked like a pretty solid backup. Between him and Amir Abdullah, they're probably going to be our third or fourth string running back, if not practice squad. I mean, I just want to see what Nwangu looks like. But so far, we haven't really seen a lot of him. I mean, Zach Davidson had a chance in the end zone, but just couldn't quite corral it in. Teddy looked pretty good overall so far. I mean, Drew Lock. But as I said before, though, I mean, a lot of our second string going up against their first string, because I don't think any of our first string offense or defense started this game, which it is what it is there, but still, like, woof. Just woof so far. But again, Kellen Mond looks pretty good so far. I mean, it's just, oh man, as a Vikings fan going into 2020 last year, I've just seen this so many times. Like, I mean, all of us Vikings fans have seen this so many times last year. But again, it's only preseason. Thankfully, it's only preseason, but still. Whoo, boy. I mean, I'm not liking what our depth looks like so far. So it'll be interesting to see come next week if we get some more offensive line depth or if we just roll with what we have so far. But Dakota Dozier should have been cut at the end of last year. I mean, we saw a little bit of Wyatt Davis, but again, Christian Darrisaw, who knows how long it'll be till we see him again. But yeah, so far at the end of the half, it's 26-6 Denver. But again, it's preseason, but oh my God, do we look like shit so far. Absolute shit. But again, a lot of it's mostly our second string going up against a lot of their first string up till this point. So I'm just going to, again, hold it with a grain of salt, but know that, whoo boy. But yeah, I mean, so far, it's Jake Browning's looked hot and cold. Mond has looked pretty good. A.J. Rose Jr. looks like a potential third stringer for us. I'm waiting to see what Nwangu looks like. K.J. Osborne looks good. K.J. Hamler for the Broncos looks like the real deal. And, yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. I mean, depending on what happens in this second half, I'll definitely be sure to kind of finish this off and kind of give you my overall thoughts going into week 2. But I'll tell you what, so far it has not looked good for us. Now, granted, as I said before, a lot of that could be our second and third string going up against their first string, but still, I mean, come on, fellas. Let's at least look a little more competent here. I'm definitely not liking what I've seen with our second and third string, with the exception of Mond, who's looked pretty good so far. Browning has looked so-so, but yeah, that'll pretty much wrap up the first half thoughts with preseason week 1. And yeah, so until we meet again, this is Jacob. And stay tuned for the second half and overall thoughts. So, yeah, have a good one.